Do you ever have thoughts like, I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not ready yet, that's not for me or for people like me, I don't try that because I know I will probably fail, I'm not educated enough, I'm not senior enough to lead this or that team, I don't deserve my achievements, or any other thought of inadequacy or unworthiness, then you probably find yourself full of self-doubting thoughts. You must probably feel that your work environment, the people around you, perhaps even your family in some cases, make you feel like if you are inside an inquisition, like if everyone could just see through you and discover all those flaws you think you have. And if your honest answer is yes to one or more of those I just mentioned, then stay with me. I want to talk today about a little secret very common among high achievers, that habit of thought that brings the self-confidence of many professionals and executives and even entrepreneurs to the lowest levels. And it's in many cases the main obstacle to their career development and their life development. I'm talking about the imposter syndrome. Welcome to Unlocked with Nathalia Toro. And for those watching for the first time, I'm Nathalia Toro and I help executives and entrepreneurs to achieve self-confidence and peak performance by breaking free from limiting beliefs, self-sabotage and fears through unconscious mind coaching. And today I'm giving away 5 slots of my calendar for you to jump in a free 45 minutes discovery call with me. We can evaluate what's going on in your life at the moment, identify where do you want to get in every aspect of your life, and work out a result-oriented plan tailored to your personal needs. If you want to be one of those 5 people, it's easy. Just go to the comments box. I've left a link with my calendar there. Just click it and book yourself a spot. Going back to our subject today, I would like to start by saying that the imposter syndrome is a pattern that affects a lot of professionals, executives of all levels. And this includes CEOs and top leaders. And of course, it affects entrepreneurs as well. The imposter syndrome does not discriminate between professional levels in an organizational chart or the type of business that you are running, not the size of it. Reflects a belief that you are inadequate and incompetent, or perhaps even a failure, despite evidence that indicates you are skilled, you are perhaps someone others perceived as successful, and even despite good things happening in your life in general. However, everyone experiences imposter syndrome in a unique way. And this depends on your own system of thoughts that was programmed based on your family dynamics, your cultural background, your personality, and even circumstances. It's important that you identify how is your own experience of the imposter syndrome, which forms shows up. Why? Because it's part of the process of being aware of your own patterns of behavior and thought, to start finding the best way to interrupt them, replace them, and help your brain to build new neural paths away from the negative pattern, away from that you want to change today. There are some common forms of expression of this imposter syndrome. You might experience one of them or a combination of many of them. In any case, these forms of expression of the imposter syndrome have negative impact in your career and life development and are detrimental to your self-esteem and your self-confidence, which are how you see yourself and how much do you trust yourself and your capabilities. The first one could be the perfectionist, for example. You think that to be enough and to be up to the standards, you need to be perfect and do everything perfect. This is a form of expression of the imposter syndrome that often leads to micromanaging, fear of losing control, and so on. Basically, you are unable to delegate because you doubt yourself all the time, so you end up doubting everyone around you. The second form, the very common form, is the superhero. As you feel constantly less among colleagues or teammates or other people, less prepared, less confident, less eloquent, less intelligent, less successful, you fall in the trap of doing everything and taking more responsibility than what you can handle, just to try and get more validation perhaps or recognition, and hence achieve that high level where you think everyone else is but yourself. And the third one would be the expert. You might be experiencing the imposter syndrome in the form of the expert, as you are constantly measuring your worth based on how much do you know about certain subject and how much you can do, while believing at the same time that you never know enough or do enough. So you experience constant fear of being exposed as inexperienced or someone who isn't that senior at doing something. So the first thing you can do to start resolving this habit, because it's a habit, the imposter syndrome is simply a habit of thought. The first thing you can do is identify what is that form or forms of projection of your imposter syndrome, and question them. Question those thoughts and emotions that arise from it. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.